Well, why are you single? What's wrong with you? I want to know, why the is he single? What's wrong with him? See, the thing is, I really like you. But I have a sister, okay? And my sister, she might not like you. And if she don't like you, then I can't be with you. But if she does like you, then I have some friends. I have some friends back home, and they know someone who you dated for like 3 days, okay? So because of that, I might not be able to stay with you. But I really do like you, though.
Roxy says we're gonna talk about it.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl Roxy with Roxy Says, and we're going to talk about it. Today, we are reviewing Love is Blind season. What season is this? The worst season, whatever number it is. Episode 8, okay? This episode picked up a little bit. Some things happened. We met some family members. We see that someone isn't really into their partner, so they're trying to blame their mama, their sister, their cousin, their friends, their daddy, their granny. Let's get into it. But before we do, please don't forget to hit like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure that you hit that notification bell so that you are made aware every time I post a new video. All right, y'all. So we are a couple minutes into the episode, and the only thing that made me smile so far was hearing Lovely Day playing by Bill Withers in the background. All right, I see y'all spent that money on these songs, so there's that, all right? So we see Danielle and Taylor. They're walking on the beach. Devin and Virginia, they're having fun in the water. The couples all seem to be in good spirits so far, right? So we see Ben and Sarah, they're chatting, and he's saying that he's still waiting for that thing that she does that he doesn't like, something that irritates him, but he just hasn't found it yet. And he's sure that it'll come up when they get back home. Now, why are you looking for a problem, Ben? See, Sarah, how you overlooked your morals and your values for Ben, and he's looking for something that he can nitpick. See how that works? So Ben washes his hair every other week. Now, all of the girlies who I know with hair like Ben and Sarah, they wash their hair like every damn day. So Ben, ill. That's a no. That's a no. And Sarah is absolutely disgusted, okay? Then she asks him, how many times does he do his laundry? And he says that he only does it about once a month because he wears the same outfit a lot. So are you saying that you have multiples of the same shirt and pants? Or are you saying you wear that same funky ass outfit multiple times throughout the month without washing it? And then he says that he washes his bed sheets every 2 weeks. So we're supposed to believe that you wash that funky outfit that you wear almost every day once a month, but you wash your bed sheets every 2 weeks. I'm sure he really meant to say every 2 years, okay? And Sarah's just like, listen, if you haven't washed your bed sheets in some time, this is your reminder. Go wash your sheets. Go wash your pillowcases too, okay? But these two, they do seem to be vibing well for now. So next we see everyone, they're getting ready for the group meetup, which I was actually excited about because we know that's usually when things start to pop off, right? Because they all finally meet up with some of the people who they have dated in the pods, all right? So I immediately noticed Dave's, whoa, you look beautiful when he saw Virginia, all right? In Sarah's confessional, she says that she wasn't expecting Joey to have such long, luscious locks down his shoulders. So safe to say, she does find him attractive, all right? So we see everyone, they're chatting. Dave, once again, is talking about how him and Lauren sleep and the positions that they sleep in. Listen, what is up with you in this? What is up with you, Dave? Oh, but it's going to get worse, okay? So Virginia, she looks so uninterested in all of the conversations that are going on. She's off to the side. She's eating food. She's looking at the stars. She's uninterested, okay? So then we see David asking everyone and their mama if they've had sex yet. Dave, what is it to you? What is it to you? And in his conversation with Devin, he says that Lauren told him that she does want to explore their sexual chemistry before getting married, and they have been intimate in other ways. They just haven't had sex yet, but he's ready whenever she is. So after he speaks with Devin, who already told him that him and Virginia have not slept together yet, he then goes to Virginia and asks her the same question. To me, that is so immature and is disrespectful. You already spoke to Devin. You have some rapport with Devin, right? Y'all were in the pods together in the men's quarters. Why are you going to Virginia and asking her if she slept with Devin when Devin already answered your question, which honestly is none of your damn business? And it's so immature because what the other couples do and what stage they are in their relationship should have no bearing on what you and Lauren do. Because if all of the other couples said, oh yeah, we had sex, oh, we've been having sex and it was good, it was real good too, would you then go back to the hotel room with Lauren and pressure her to have sex? Like, well, everyone else is having sex. Why won't you have sex with me? Why won't you have sex with me? That's what it's giving, because these questions are inappropriate, okay? So we see Virginia. She tells Dave that her and Devin are still intimate and growing closer, even though they haven't taken that step yet. To the point where when he's gone for a bit too long, she finds herself looking around for him, and she says that she now has a strong desire to be all up under him all the time, all right? So Dave also says that him and Devin are similar in the sense that they both ended up engaged to the women who no one expected them to be with. And Devin and him bonded over that dilemma while they were in the men's quarters. All right. So next we see him asking Monica. He's asking Monica if she has had sex yet. I find it very annoying also that he's asking the women. Like I said before, go ask the boys. You were in the pods with them. You were in the men's quarters with them, right? You've spent time with them. You know them. Why are you asking these women who you just met in person? That shit pissed me off. It really did. But Monica says that she's very open and she's very sex positive, and she describes what her and Joey have done so far as hanging out, okay? Which is all David needs to know, honestly, because none of this is his damn business. So then Monica asks Dave what made him pick Lauren over Molly. And he says that it was when Lauren finally told him how she felt, and that's when it clicked for him. So nothing about her personality, nothing about what you loved about her or loved about y'all's conversations. She just affirmed her feelings for you, and he was like, all right, I'll go with that one. Yikes. Yikes. All right. And we also see him ask Taylor the same question, and she says that all they've done is kiss. Dave is going around like the damn sex police, and it's really annoying. All right. But Taylor says that in the past, she's had sex a bit quickly, so she's trying to do things a bit differently this time. All right. Dave tells Taylor that Lauren moves a lot at night and she pees a lot. Why are you going around telling people this, Dave? Are you okay? He's very strange to me. Very strange. It almost gives teenager vibes. He has this inability to pick up on social cues. Just very strange, right? So next we see Sarah. She's having a conversation with Daniel, and she says that Taylor told her that she almost recognized him from Instagram. And he says that he didn't recognize her at all, and he would have definitely said something during the process if he did. He also says that he felt so horrible about it, and he told her, look, if you don't want to go to Honduras for this honeymoon, we can just go home. I have no problem with that. But he says that they both felt comfortable enough to go on the honeymoon together. But he says that this situation only made them stronger, and he loves her so much. All right, that sounds good, but I don't think that we've seen the last of this little Instagram situation, okay? So next we see Dave, and now he's asking the guys as a group this time if they're all waiting to sleep with their fiancés. And we see Ben saying, I mean, it was pretty quick for me. Ben, why are you even like, what's wrong with y'all? Did you and who you with? What's his, Sarah? Did y'all have a conversation about her being comfortable with you telling all of the guys and us that y'all slept together? Are y'all on the same page with that? Or you just couldn't help but sit there like, I mean, it was pretty quick for me, Hated it. Meanwhile, his fiancée Sarah is telling the ladies that Ben is such a great cuddler, and she hopes that one day she can be the big spoon. Okay, whatever. So next we see Devin. He's telling the guys that he has never been a person who was big on PDA, but with Virginia, things are different. And we see that for ourselves because we see a couple of clips of them sharing kisses while at this mixer. And he says now he knows that he really loves her because normally he would never be doing any of that, okay? Child, why during this scene they started playing All My Life by Casey and JoJo? I will never find another love, sweeter than. I was like, okay, y'all picking some good songs this season. Y'all spent a little coin. I might have to make another song myself. Look out for that, all right? When Devin and Virginia get back to the room, they debrief on the other couples and the experiences so far. And Virginia tells Devin that she feels very comfortable and confident with the thought of becoming his wife. And he says that he feels the same way, okay? Then we see Taylor and Daniel. They're back in their room talking about the night. And she tells him that she appreciates Daniel reciprocating the love that she gives him because she says that she's never had that before in her past relationships. We also learned that during her little meetup with the ladies, they elected her as president of the Overthinkers Club, all right? So I'm like, was this claim of Daniel being a low-key stalker part of your overthinking, or is there really something to that? All right. I'm sure we're going to find out a little bit later. So next we see Dave, and he's in bed chatting. All right. And once again, he is comparing Molly to Lauren. Lauren, you're not sick of that? You know what the scene reminded me of? Remember Bartice and Nancy? Remember when they finally met up with everybody and he would not stop talking about Raven, and he told Nancy that Raven was a smoke show? Child. So anyways, Dave said that him and Molly are very similar and they like a lot of the same things, but with Lauren, they can do everything. The way if I was Lauren, I would have said, elaborate. Elaborate. What the hell do you mean by everything? Very vague. Like I said before, he doesn't say what he actually likes or loves about Lauren. It's just like, oh, she's fun. We can do everything together. Elaborate. Use your big boy words. But we know that he can't elaborate because he's not really feeling her like that. So whenever he speaks about her, he says a whole bunch of nothing. A whole bunch of nothing. The only thing that I've heard Dave get specific about with Lauren was how many times she gets up to pee at night. That's it. That's it. All right. So then we see them speak about getting their phones back. And Dave says that the first person that he wants to call is his sister. Surprise, surprise. Ain't nobody surprised about that, okay? So Lauren says, oh, do you want to call her with me on the phone? And he's like, yeah, no, by myself. Why would I call her with you? Why would I? He didn't say that, but he was like, no, like by myself. Sorry, right? But he also says that he wants to prepare her before dropping the bomb on her. As far as his dad, he says that he's 32. So eventually he's going to have to take the wheel of his own life. Yeah, eventually, David, at 32. And he says, I'm old enough and I'm smart enough to make my own decisions. Okay, so you have that energy with your dad, but when it comes to your sister, you're balled up in a corner crying because you're not sure if she's going to approve of your choice. Very interesting. Very interesting. So now the couples are heading back to Minneapolis to live in the real world and see if they will be ready for marriage in 3 weeks. We see Monica and Joey. They're discussing cleanliness. And Joey says that he's a neat freak and he's constantly cleaning all the time. All right. Monica says that she does tend to leave clothes out for a bit of time, even though they're clean. And she tells him a story about a spider crawling out the crotch of one of her jeans. Girl, what? What is going on? But she swears that the jeans were clean. I beg to differ. Now, I will admit that after I do my laundry and take my clothes out the dryer, it might take me a day or two to fold my clothes up and put them away. But they definitely don't sit around long enough for no damn spiders to come crawling out the crotch. There's no way that them jeans were clean, girl. There is no way that them jeans were clean, and I'm mad that you even told that story, all right? Anywho, we also learned that Monica, she better make sure that she has her own socks, okay? Because apparently her and her family, they share the same socks, and Joey said, no, we not having that. We not doing that, girl. Get your own damn socks, okay? So then we see Daniel and Taylor, and they do seem to be getting a bit more comfortable with each other. Taylor saved the rose that Daniel gave her on the day that he proposed in the pods, all right? Then they talk about more Christmas stuff and decorating preferences, more stuff that we don't care about. It's interesting, though, because Taylor does look genuinely happy with Daniel. You would forget that she accused him of being a creepy-ass stalker just a few days ago. You would never think that even happened. So then we see Ben and Sarah, and they're saying that they've told their family the news, and Ben says that although his parents do say that they're cool with it, he could hear the skepticism in their voices when he spoke to them, which should be expected. I'm sure anyone's loved ones would be extremely skeptical about a process like this, okay? Sarah says that her family feels the same way, and they've asked her if this is really what she wants or if she feels pressured to do this. But they both say that they told their families that there's absolutely no pressure and this just feels right to the both of them. Then they start speaking wedding planning, okay? And Sarah, she's talking about the type of dress that she wants, and Ben says that he has never, ever envisioned a woman who he was interested in a wedding dress until today, right? This is the very first time speaking to Sarah. And she's like, oh my God, really? And he was like, oh my God, yeah. Okay, so at this point, to me, this couple, they're giving friend vibes, like friends who be sleeping together and making out sometimes, kind of like Marissa and Ramses, right? You get what I'm saying? Like, oh, we besties, but we be sleeping together and making out, kind of like that, all right? So next we see Lauren and Dave. They're discussing who they've told so far. And Dave says that his family and friends are all aware, right? But he didn't really get to tell them how he wanted to, because by the time he got his phone back, people were already chatting about it. Like, people already knew. How do these people know? Like, who did you tell before you went? Did you not tell someone that you can trust not to spread the news? Like, I'm confused. And the way that he's talking about it, it's like everyone and their mama knows. How is that possible? And he says that he didn't like that so many people were chatting about his personal life, especially the people who weren't really in his life, all right? So, Dave, are you popular in Minneapolis that people who don't even know you give a damn about what you got going on? I don't know. So in Lauren's confessional, she says that she was actually crying at the airport because other people got the opportunity to tell their family and loved ones this news in a happy way. But Dave's experience was met with a lot of backlash, and it pains her to see him so frustrated and annoyed. So he says that things are better with his sister now, and she's calmed down a lot. Why was she hyped up in the first place? Like, I can understand you being skeptical of your sibling. Like, why would you do that? That's crazy. You're not going to find love like that. This show is I can understand that. But the way that Dave made it seem, it's like she was hot. She was hot about him doing this experience. And I'm like, is this your sister or your girlfriend? She sounds like she does way too much and you give her way too much power in your life, all right? But he says that his sister was afraid that Dave would end up with a lunatic reality TV chasing girl. And I'm like, David's sister, have you seen your brother? Do you know that he's an asshole? Do you know that? You should be happy if he ends up with anyone, okay? But they both reassure each other that they're here together because they want to be here together and not for any other reasons. And I kind of feel that on Lauren's end, not at all on Dave's end. Not at all on Dave's end, because the way that he keeps bringing up excuses, and we're going to see them have another conversation later. In my opinion, child, if somebody want to be with you, ain't no grandma, ain't no sister, ain't no cousin, ain't no mama, ain't no daddy that can keep them off your ass, okay? And the way that things are going with David and Lauren, it seems like he's building up an excuse so that he can use his sister or his friend as a scapegoat for when he dumps Lauren in the end of this, okay? So that he doesn't look like the a-hole. But overall, this couple is very surface level, and they keep using the same exact words to describe this engagement process. Fun and easy. Easy and fun, all right? I'm sick of them. So the weddings are 20 days away, and we see Virginia at Devin's place, and they're grabbing some things. At least the apartment is clean. We don't got the situation that we had at Alex's place last season when it was a damn mess, and it looked like the people from Room Raiders dragged her out of the place in the middle of the night. Okay, we didn't have that situation. Really clean apartment. So then he shows her his sneaker collection, and Virginia's like, okay, these shoes are cute. How much did that one cost? And he was like, this one was about like $700. I'm like, okay, sounds about right. Sounds about right. Now, he has a lot of sneakers, but I think Tammy Talks, she got more sneakers than him. Shout out to her, okay? I wish that we did get to see the bathroom and inside his fridge like we usually see, but oh well, all right? So now we're at Virginia's townhome, and she tells him that she's excited to eventually find a place with Devin, and they can call it their own, all right? And she says that her wish is for them to find something and purchase it together as opposed to moving into another apartment once they leave this process. And he's like, okay. That's cool. So how we splitting the bills? He said, so how we splitting it up? It's like one person doing the mortgage and then the other person gonna do the utilities. And I'm like, yes, let's go. These are the not so easy conversations that I was talking about that I wanted to see Devin have, especially the conversation about finances, all right? So Virginia tells him that she is very financially responsible. She's a saver, and she says that she prefers to spend her money on experiences rather than things, all right? And Devin says that the most that he splurges on himself is just his sneakers. And he was like, I probably buy one pair of sneakers a month, maybe two, maybe two, okay? Well, if you can afford, roughly $500 to $1,400 a month on sneakers, and it's in your budget, okay, and you done paid all your bills, and you put some money in savings, all right, you put some money in your investments, and you got some leftover ching change, and you want to buy some sneakers, sure, more power to you, all right? But Virginia definitely seems like the type who will give you a stern talking to if you're splurging on sneakers with more immediate priorities that haven't been met, all right? But he does say that he has money saved up and ready to go on trips and to buy a house whenever she's ready. And I would love to believe him, but baby, I am so scarred from Married at First Sight. Because on that show, there's a man named David, okay? And David said the same thing. He lives in his parents' basement right now, and he says that in a snap of a finger, he can buy a house if he wanted to, only for us to later find out that he says it's going to take him about 1 to 2 years to do that. Very different from the snap of a finger, okay? Let's hope that that's not the case for Devin. So Devin also, through his stutters, he says, well, at my job, I can work my way up to CEO of the company, the company that I built. Hold on a second. I thought that you said that you were like the owner of that company in the pods. I can be wrong. I could be wrong, but he did say that it was like his organization, his foundation, his company, right? But he does say that him and his boss started it together and he worked his way up to program director. If you started it with someone, are y'all not partners? Why is he your boss? Even if you wanted to be a coach, right? Y'all should still be partners if y'all started it together, if you both own it. Why are you working your way? It sounds like Devin be telling half-truths. When he tells certain stories, it seems like he switches minor details, well, major details. It seems like he switches things when he tells his stories. We're going to have to keep an eye on Devin because he's not even the head coach. He's the assistant coach of the program that he founded with his child. Okay, whatever. So Virginia tells Devin that through investments and smart financial decisions, she plans on being a millionaire one day. And I said, period, girl, okay? And she says that she would be most comfortable with separate bank accounts and a prenup. And baby, Virginia's leg was shaking as she was saying this. She was so nervous to say it. You can tell. Don't be scared, boo. Don't be scared. You see that other woman from The Bachelorette who's the lawyer and she married some guy off the show and now she has to pay him $10,000 a month in alimony? Get your damn prenup, girl. I think that prenups should be mandatory on these shows. Mandatory. Everyone should get a prenup if they're getting married, okay? So Devin says, well, that's something that we can discuss. You know, I've never really thought about it before. You own a whole business, right? And you've never thought of a prenup? You never thought of protecting your assets or protecting the things that you build? Really? It sounds like Devin doesn't have much to lose, okay? So Virginia says that in worst case scenario, like a divorce, she would want everyone to leave with what they came in with, and assets acquired during the marriage would be split, all right? Child, when she said that, Devin did one of those like you see in the cartoons, he did one of those big gulps, all right? But Devin should be welcoming this. Don't you want to protect the business that you said that you started? And don't you want to protect all your sneakers? Don't you want to keep all the sneakers that you came into the marriage with? I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do. He should have no problem with the prenup at all, okay? And Virginia pretty much says the same thing. She's like, you know, what if you create this whole basketball empire, right? Wouldn't you want to protect that from me possibly taking money from it in a divorce? And he's like, oh, okay, yeah, you're right. You're right. I never really thought about that. You can see that these two are on completely different levels financially, which I assumed since the pods, which is why in my previous review, I said that I wanted to see them have that financial conversation in order to know if he was ready to be with Virginia or Brittany, because both of those women are bosses and they're about their business. All right. So Devin does say that he has a bit of student loans and some medical bills from his surgery. And Virginia says that if they're married, she wouldn't mind helping him out, you know, pay his debt as long as it works for them as a team, right? So they end the conversation with smiles and Devin is saying all the things that he knows sounds good in a conversation like this. But I can see finances being these two's biggest issue, their biggest issue, okay? So next we see Lauren. She's going to Dave's place, okay? And the cabinets are empty. The fridge empty. And I'm like, are we sure that this is his place and we're not in an Airbnb like Izzy? Okay, remember that? But when we got to the closet, I was like, okay, I think this is his place. I think this is his place. So Lauren says that her family is becoming more comfortable with the whole marriage thing. And she says that her parents are more comfortable with it as well. And the more comfortable that her parents are, the more comfortable that her brothers will be with it. All right. She says that they just want to make sure that she's being portrayed in the right way. And Dave says that the editing of the show and possible twisting of his words was a fear that his sister had as well. Well, sister, when you watch it back, you'll see that Dave was insulting these women all on his own. There was no editing, okay? There was no editing. No one twisted anything. But he says that as soon as his sister meets Lauren, he knows that she's going to understand what a great person Lauren is, and she will give them her blessing. And what if she doesn't, Dave? What if your sister doesn't give y'all her blessing? Then what? You going to break up with Lauren and say, I really like you, but my sister. Is that what you're going to do? Anyways, you can see that Lauren really, really wants to make a good impression on Dave's sister when she finally does meet her. If she meets her, okay? And I feel like Dave is putting his sister on this pedestal where, as some of y'all said in the comments, if he ends up not wanting to be with Lauren, all he has to say is, it's my sister's fault. It's my sister's fault. She don't like you, so I can't be with you, okay? So Lauren tells Dave that her dad didn't like that her brothers lived with their partner before marriage. And I'm like, well, damn, if he didn't like when your brothers did it, he definitely not gonna like when his daughter does it, okay? He's really not gonna like that. I can only imagine. And she says that she's not sure if he knows if they live together yet. And I said, girl, what? And Dave was like, you might want to find that out and tell him that we do before I meet him. And with that, I agree 1000% with Dave. And he's really nervous to meet her dad now. But he says that he'll always be respectful of her dad, but he is going to stand up for their relationship and for what's right for them. Lauren loves this because she wants someone who's always going to be on her team. And I'm like, yeah, Lauren, but at the same time, you you are going to have to set and enforce healthy boundaries with your dad and with your family as well. And you're going to have to communicate and tell him that you are living with Dave. I don't even like Dave, but you can't have him walking into the lion's den and just say, oh, I don't know, I can't say anything, he's my dad. No, that's not cool either. I feel like both Lauren and Dave are going to have a very hard time dealing with all of the outside noise in their relationship. If they stay together, you can see that the both of them really place a lot of stock on what other people have to say about them and their decisions. Even though they say that they don't care, it's very obvious that they do, all right? So then Dave says that he doesn't feel great about some of his friends already knowing Lauren through someone who she dated in the past. And apparently, Lauren hung out with the guy just a couple of days before she left to come on the show. And the guy has still been texting her, and he lives in the same building that they're about to move into. Okay, that's a lot. That's a lot. And Dave says that maybe there was just a miscommunication or the guy is just exaggerating and trying to get on TV, but he doesn't know who to believe. And he says on top of that, his sister knows. His sister knows. And I said, oh no. Oh no. Do you mean that Lauren wasn't laid up in a castle like Sleeping Beauty, waiting for her one true prince to kiss her lips and wake her up like the good chaste woman that she's supposed to be? Oh no. Oh no. Dave, what were you expecting? Were you expecting someone who never dated before and who was just waiting for you? Just because you were single for 4 years before coming here, you expected everyone else to be single? You wanted everyone else to be desperate and struggling and not dating before coming here? Grow up, okay? People dated before you. Sorry to break it to you, my guy. So Lauren gets really emotional and she says that she's in a fragile state right now and she's just trying to tune out all of the rumors and all of the mess going around. Lauren, go home, okay? Because he's setting you up. He's setting you up to dump you, sis, okay? I really hope that you see it sooner than later. So now Joey, he's going to meet Monica's family, and she hasn't introduced many people to her family yet. So she says that it's very important for her that this meeting goes very well, and she wants her mother and her sister to like him. So they ask him, the usual, why did y'all choose each other? What did y'all like about each other questions? And Joey says that it was Monica's energy and her personality. And when Joey says that, everyone is like, oh, that's so sweet. What a sweet answer. So the vibes are good. Everyone's laughing. They're having a good time. Then we get Monica's sister, and she's like, well, why are you single? What's wrong with you? I want to know, why the is he single? What's wrong with him? And I'm like, okay, she gonna be a problem. She gonna be a problem, okay? She was a little aggressive. She didn't curse him out. I'm just playing, y'all. But she was a little aggressive, all right? And Joey's like, well, I already told Monica, but I guess I'm going to tell your nosy ass too. And he's like, I had relationships in the past, but I just couldn't get deep with anyone. And then he says that he had to take some time to himself for self-reflection, and he had to do some therapy and sort out some things in his past. And after that, when he was in his 30s, he was able to have more serious relationships, but those relationships didn't quite pan out either because of differences in values. And after he says all of this, Monica's mom is like, I think it's time for a fam jam. And I was like, okay, y'all nasty. What kind of family is this? What kind of family is this? But she explains it. She explains it very quickly, very quickly. And she was like, we just get together and we play instruments, okay? And we turn some music on and we sing together. I was like, okay, I like that. So child, they bring out this little bin with these instruments and they all pick one. It was like an episode of Barney. I was loving it, all right? Very nostalgic. So they start playing and singing, all right? And I know Joey was looking around like, ain't that about a bitch? These people are more quirkier than me. But I will honestly say that that is the best reaction that anyone could ever ask for when meeting someone's family. You sit down with these people, you're nervous, right? You tell them a little bit about yourself, and then they just start pulling out instruments and start singing and dancing. Like, what more could you ask for? I'd say that's a good sign. I say you're doing well, all right? So after that, Monica's mom, she's just looking at the two of them, and she's like, y'all look so cute together. Y'all look so cute together. And then we see Joey tell Monica's brother-in-law that, wait, hold on, not brother-in-law. I mean, Monica's sister's boyfriend. Okay, we're going to get to that soon. But Joey tells him that after seeing him play that flute, he is now stimulated. I said, okay, Joey, I believe you. I believe you. Then we learned that Monica's brother-in-law, I'm going to keep calling him that because I don't know his name, but he's the sister's boyfriend. He was actually chatting with Monica first. He was chatting with Monica first, and Monica passed him on to her sister. Okay. So he was chatting with Monica first. Did you hear what I said? And then Monica passed him on to her sister. All right. I'm going to keep an eye on that family for multiple reasons. All right. So we then see Monica and Joey. They go upstairs and she shows him the family sock bin where they all just throw their socks in there and they grab what they need. And Joey is grossed out by this, as am I. All right. So next, child, we see Monica. She steps outside for a chat with her sister. Okay. And she's like, this is the sister. All right. She's like, it's weird seeing you in a relationship. Yeah. You know, he's not really your type. He's not your type at all. And Monica's like, girl, I don't have a type. And the sister's like, girl, bye. Your type is an Italian model. Okay. We all know that. And Monica, she has to then explain to her sister that this process is not about looks, okay? The experience is about falling in love for what's on the inside. And I'm like, hold on, so Monica, you not attracted to Joey? Is that what you're saying? Because I didn't hear you say, girl, I don't have no type, but Joey is fine to me. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, I like Italian models, but I like Tarzan lookalikes too. I didn't hear you say that, okay? So then the sister is like, okay, well, all right, I get that, but what about his personality? What about his personality? I mean, is his personality the right personality for you? Okay. Do you like him? Do you not like him? Girl, is your man's personality the right personality for you? Because we just saw that he was happy that he was able to get Joey stimulated after blowing on that flute. And on top of that, girl, he really wants your sister. He really wants your sister. I think you have more pressing issues to be worried about. This girl seems like a full-blown hater, okay? And Monica is like, you've only known him for an hour, so how can you even like assess his personality? And sis is like, okay, yeah, I know that, but you and I both know that I'm a really good people reader, okay? I can read people, I know people, and I don't got to know them for a long time. Girl, if you don't shut the up, shut up. Seriously. So then Monica, she has to go through all of the things that she loves about Joey and all of their similarities and why they bonded to prove to her sister that this is something real. And then the sister's like, so you're really going to do this? Like, you're really going to marry this guy? Seriously. And then we hear where the hate is really coming from, okay? The sister says, well, I think it's so crazy. I never thought that you'd be getting married first, okay? You know, I'm 5 years older than you. I feel like I should be doing it first. I should be getting married first, but instead, it's you. Oh, so you're jealous. I always said that I wanted a sister, but baby, if I had a sister like this, we would not be cool at all. This girl is a hater. It's one thing to have genuine concerns for your sister, okay? But her only concern seems to be that Monica may be getting married before her. That's it. And she's like, I'm just concerned that you get married to this guy and then you get divorced. Divorces are horrible. Divorces are messy. And then she starts going on. And she's like, you know what? Is his goal even to get married to you? Because he seems like he's a good actor. He seems like he just knows what to say to people. And I just don't want to see you get hurt. Now, all of this is possible. Joey could be putting on, okay? We don't know. Monica's only known him for 10 days? I'm not saying that it's impossible, but her sister's delivery is just seething and oozing of jealousy, and I hate that for Monica, okay? It's one thing to have genuine concern. Like I said, her sister isn't wrong for being concerned, but her concerns seem to be misplaced, all right? But that was episode 8. That was episode 8. Let me know all of your thoughts below. Let me know all of your predictions. I will get episode 9 out to y'all hopefully tomorrow. Before you leave, please don't forget to hit like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure that you hit that notification bell so that you're made aware every time I post a new video. And I can't wait to see y'all in my next one. Bye!
Roxy says we're gonna talk